All right, so this video is going to be about your website structure and how to theme the site. So if you're providing multiple services or main one service, this is the best way to not only optimize for each service in City Page, but also being able to create a really great landing page as well for your GMB listing. So I like using a couple of these sites. They do a really good job. One is Berkeys.com, and the other one is GuardianHome.com. They both do a really good job as far as website structure. Especially take a look at Guardian Home because they also provide not only roofing services but also pest control. So when you're structuring your site, just make sure that everything is themed out appropriately. If you do provide multiple services, especially even two different niches, like roofing and pest control, obviously you're not going to want to put bed bugs into the roofing category. It just wouldn't make sense, right? So looking at Guardian Home, I really like their site because so if we click on roofing, um, everything that you see here is relating to this roofing URL. Now, really important too that your URL structure is also a virtual silo as opposed to physical. A physical would be something like roofing, Seattle, or / Seattle. So this would be considered a physical structure. I like to use a virtual structure, which this would be like roofing Seattle. So anything that's closest to the root domain. So the root domain would be this right here. If we look at this site, one thing that's really important if you're, let's say you are a roofer and you're providing roofing services, you may have different pages. So like roof repair could be its own separate page, inspection, maybe, different types of roofing services. Also too, if we're looking at roofing as a whole for this page, we also want to make sure that we also put a list of the cities. So each city that you service is going to have its own roofing plus city page or its own service plus city page. So if we look at this example, like they list all their cities. If we click on Auburn, for example, it's going to take us to the Auburn roofing page. It's also going to have a list of the cities as well. So you make sure that you want to link from your main service page. So in this example, it would be roofing. And then you're going to want to list all of the cities that you service. And each city is going to have its own service plus city page. So it's not going to be, if we go to Auburn, it's not going to just be, roofing, roof repair, pest control. It's going to be an individual service plus city. Same thing with Bellevue. If we go to the Bellevue page, it's Bellevue roofing, not Bellevue, roofing, pest control, roof replacement. So again, each service is going to have its own service plus CD page. The reason for that is for optimization purposes. One of the key components is making sure that you have the keyword into the URL, and that's the best way to structure your site. Again, by having that virtual silo, so everything is closest to the root, and being able to really pin down the exact keyword placement inside the URL is also making sure you have it in the title like you see here, as well as in some of your H1 tags and things like that. So this is the best way. Again, I would go to guardianhome.com. If you just click on one of the services, they do a really good job at doing that. Roofing, pest control. You can click on any of these. I typically wouldn't put anything into the sidebar. I would just put it into the body of the content and make sure that you do not put these cities into the footer because that's going to cause you some over optimization issues. Also, keyword cannibalization as well, which can be a problem because Google's trying to determine which page to rank. And if you have two pages that are both within competition of each other, they're going to get confused and you're not going to get the rankings that you want. So that is how you structure the site and theme out your site. Any questions, please jump into the Facebook group. Thank you much.